Sam's Garage, presented by Hemsaw. Sam and Doug are back with their new project, a 57 Ford Thunderbird. Doug spent a year looking for the perfect candidate. They inspect the T-Bird from top to bottom, visually planning for upgrades and modifications to modernize the car, addressing power and safety issues.
The 57 Thunderbird, what made you think of this?
This has been one of my favorite cars of all time. It goes back to the American Graffiti movie. I've always loved these 57 Thunderbirds. It took me a year looking for this car to find one with a body this straight, still looks great. So a lot of searching, but this is a wonderful classic look, and now really what I want us to think about is how do we modernize the motor, the transmission, have that classic look, but yet have that new car feel.
To look for a car like this pays off in the long run because you just saved yourself interior, you just saved yourself money on the paint and body. That's huge right there. Because anytime you guys go to take apart the car and do paint and body, then you got to think about the trim and how much cost you're gonna have there. That Coyote engine is gonna be really nice with the TKX updated, compact, 5-speed, the same transmission that you have in the GTO.
Yeah, no, it'd be great. You know, the thing that we've got to take a look at is how well is it gonna fit?
You're right.
So let's go take a look.
Let's take a look at it.
Holy moly!
And everything's original under here. There are some maintenance items that have been done. For instance, the carburetor looks like it's been replaced. Ignition coil, condenser. The distributor looks to be original. You know what I mean? This is nice.
Yeah, it does.
So let's go up and see what it looks like underneath. That's a huge plus right there. That fuel tank looks like it's been replaced in the last 5 years. You know, it's hard to find that. All we gotta do is put a Holley fuel pump module in there,
right,
and it'll work for EFI.
Getting a good look underneath it. This is where this bird's beginning to show a little bit of its age. There's an awful lot of things that we're gonna need to do and really take a look at as we go through it.
But it looks pretty good up under here. There's nothing really damaging. There's no real rust to worry about. Looks like it's been maintained and taken care of. New brake lines, bell housing, 5-speed. But when you look up under here, it does look like, because the X-frame's in the way, that they did cut the floor out.
You can absolutely see that if you take a look at it. You can see where they went ahead and used sheet metal screws and they pop riveted and took the whole tunnel out.
New starter, updated starter with the small high torque conversion. Very nice right there. If you wanted to, you can drive for minimal budget and have a driver. But in your case, we're gonna do a complete chassis swap.
Yeah, we're gonna do a
so we can
swap,
put a Coyote
yeah,
motor in it.
Yeah.
As you can see, the suspension, old school, huge.
Right,
arms,
yeah.
All metal, heavy.
And we want to update the front suspension, the back suspension, and the brake system onto it, you know.
Brake lines all the way around, but we're gonna get rid of those. We're gonna put multi-piston calipers in, front and rear. It's gonna really help stop it, because we're gonna be making roughly 500 horsepower with our Coyote motor running a Holley EFI, so it's gonna be nice and tunable for us. Separate the body from the chassis without damaging any of those seams on the body.
Yeah, well, I think we're gonna need to re-embrace everything up. I'm taking a look at how everything connects to, so it's before we remove it, we'll go through and strengthen everything up, because I don't want any flexing at all to happen as we go ahead and take it off.
I agree. Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove all the fluids from this powertrain. Then we're going to go on the inside and remove the interior so we can get the transmission out. Once we got the transmission and drive shaft out, we can pull the engine and the cooling system and tackle the fuel system and anything else that we need to tackle.
Yeah.
But the first thing is that interior. That way, if there are any panels in the interior, like the door panels, the aluminum trim, anything you want to get refinished, put it in once it's been completely refinished.
Yeah.
Put it back together. I can't wait to get it all completed. So we're gonna bring it down, we're gonna get started on the interior and expose that transmission tunnel.